Susan Calman. I've been to some amazing places on cruise ships.
There are 2 wheels just up ahead.
But this time,
Come on.
I want to take you on some truly unforgettable globe-trotting adventures.
The best cup of tea in the world.
I think so.
These are my bucket list cruises to beat all others. To parts of the world you only ever dream about.
They're quite breathtaking.
A dream come true. Aboard every kind of ship, some huge,
Goes on for miles.
some a little smaller.
The captain already to escort me on board.
Personally.
So pack your suitcase and your passport
How do you do?
and join me sailing the high seas. Yes! And you could end up here,
Sort of spiritual, isn't it?
or here,
This is my first time seeing a kangaroo.
So excited for you.
or even here. Welcome on board my cruise of a lifetime.
Here's the cruise.
This time, having left Australia, I'm in New Zealand.
New Zealand!
Where I scale new heights aboard a train.
We are really quite high up. Oh my God!
Get to know the sheepdogs that call this country their home.
Shaking hands with a sheepdog, everything I wanted.
And live out my Lord of the Rings fantasy.
Get off the road! Quick!
Well, I think this is probably the most dramatic entrance to any country I've ever visited. We were just sailing along quite happily, and then sort of looming out of the mist in the early morning, this appeared. There's an incredible hush on board as people just take it in. So, New Zealand, congratulations. You know how to bring the drama.
Because this is the start of the New Zealand leg of my epic cruise. After 2 days travelling the Tasman Sea from Australia, we're here at the Milford Sound, our first glimpse of glorious New Zealand.
The colour of the water is absolutely extraordinary here, and there's even snow on the peaks of the mountains. I like making models, and these just look like little models that someone's made with the trees attached to the cliff faces. Whoever made these, Mother Nature, who made these, did an absolutely cracking job, because as we're sailing along, it reveals more. It's so dramatic. It's like a scenery change when you go to a theatre, and a different part of scenery comes down. As we're going through here, this mountain's revealed, and as we go along there, this mountain's revealed. And it's just like this incredible procession on the ship of even more and more beauty.
Known as one of New Zealand's most famous tourist destinations, Milford Sound, or Piotahi in Maori, is a fjord on the South Island that stretches for nearly 10 miles. The name Sound might sound odd, but it comes from the Old Norse sund, meaning swimming or narrow body of water.
This is an excursion on the ship, if you know what I mean. Wander up from your cabin. Wander back if you fancy, because it's all around you.
Once we've visited the majestic sounds of New Zealand, we'll arrive in the city of Dunedin on the South Island. From there we sail north to Lyttelton and then over to the capital, Wellington, on the North Island. Our cruise then continues, as we call in at Napier, and then on to Taronga, before finally docking in Auckland to visit the small town of Waipu. 2 islands, 7 locations, 1 ship and 1 excited Calman. And as Milford Sound is so long, I've had a top tip about where I can get an even better view of this incredible scenery.
Being a bit lower down means you feel more in amongst it, if you know what I mean. And it helps you because you can see again these little boats, how small they are. It just makes you go, wow.
And just when I thought my intro to New Zealand couldn't get any better.
Look there. School of dolphin just diving out of the water. Beautiful. And we'd been told in this area there were dolphins, possibly even penguins. Now, if someone shouts penguin, I'm going to lose my mind because I love penguins. But the dolphins were beautiful, but I'm now on penguin watch. Hashtag, where are the penguins?
Maybe they're in one of the other 2 sounds we're due to visit, which we're doing aboard my floating home for the next week, Norwegian Sun. She's just over 250 metres long, has 12 decks, and is home to almost 2,000 passengers. And to see how a ship like this navigates these narrow waters, I'm off to the bridge to get a captain's eye view of this skillful task.
I'll tell you what, it's quite a different view from up here on the bridge. We're navigating in chalky seas. The weather's not horrific, but it's a little bit on the chalky side.
And so the captain needs to concentrate. I'll try not to get in the way.
Just to illustrate how close we are, so we're probably equidistant on either side of the ship to the land. And that's really not far at all. And actually, I think it gets a little bit even narrower as we get further up. And I apologise there. I looked a little bit panicked, and it's because I've just seen something. I've just seen something quite horrific. There's a window here. There's a window. That goes all the way down. Oh, I feel the blood rise into my cheeks. I don't know what the purpose of that window is. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for, but there's a window there. You can look all the way. It's very narrow.
Right, give me a second to compose myself, then hopefully Captain Ronnie can help reassure me.
Hi, Captain.
Oh, Susan, welcome to the bridge.
Sorry to bother you. Sorry to
problem,
bother you.
Susan.
Sorry to bother you. Now, what's that?
Well, this is a window so I can see the berth when I'm docking. Then I can use my thrusters or the main engine, so I can use my rudders to move in the position. Because sometimes in some ports they're asking you to go half a meter ahead to fit in with the
And
gangways.
for a ship of this length, that's a tiny amount,
That's
isn't
a
it?
tiny amount.
Can you walk? Is it safe to walk on?
We can stand both of us here. It's nice, and you have a nice view down there. You see the water in the bow. That's nice.
Thanks very much, Captain. That's an absolute pleasure as always.
Nice to
Thanks
meet
very much. I'm going to go and have a lie down now.
As the team on the bridge navigate through the sounds and bring us safely into our first port of call, I'm off to my cabin to recover.
As the young people say on social media, New Zealand, I am in you. Now, truth be told, I don't know a huge amount about the country, so I'm not sure what I'm going to find on this cruise, but after today's introduction, I am expecting big things. No pressure.
Coming up, I enjoy some cocktails made from the ship's leftovers.
Delicious. It is.
It's dangerous.
You might need a bigger glass.
And experience a journey that puts the gorge in gorgeous. Welcome back to the first leg of my New Zealand adventure. This is the city of Dunedin on New Zealand's South Island, named after the Gaelic for Edinburgh, so it's a bit of a home away from home. Like all places in New Zealand, it can also be known by its Maori name, Ōtepoti. My fellow passengers and I are off on our first excursion, and I'm just a tiny bit excited.
Do you know, it feels absolutely amazing to finally set foot on New Zealand soil. And after a couple of days at sea, I've got the wobbly thing. It will get better, I think. But yeah, here, New Zealand.
And the reason for my excitement? If there's one thing I love as much as cruise ships, it's trains. opened in 1906, Dunedin Station was once the busiest in the country, with 100 trains leaving every day. This Edwardian building is also described as the most photographed in the country.
Oh, wow. Every part of my body is screaming. Because I'm an architecture nerd and I'm a train station nerd, and this is like all my Christmases have come at once. It is a beautiful mosaic of a train. I'm going to have to get right down here and have a look at this. It's celebrating what this is about, and it's about trains. You can see. So sorry. I don't think I've ever got this excited in my life before. I love this station. Don't know if you could tell.
To be honest, I've not been this giddy in a long time. Right then, all aboard, as this train journey has been specially arranged by the cruise company for my fellow passengers and I.
Look at that's what I wanted to see.
This is the Taieri Gorge Railway, which was built in the late 19th century, and it'll take us through 35 miles of stunning scenery through the plains and mountains of the Otago region. And I'm like a kid in a train-shaped sweet shop.
This is the New Zealand countryside. This is gorgeous. Cruising gives you it's like a tantalising glimpse. What's that over there? It looks lovely. And then you get to see it sort of up close.
And just when things couldn't get any better, at the back of the train there's a platform allowing cruisers and train fans alike to experience this phenomenal journey.
Oh, this is like a dream come true. Because look at the view you get that you don't usually get when you're on a train. It's usually looking through the window, but this is brilliant. This is the life. Give it tunnel, 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 tunnel. Why are we slowing down? We're very, very high up. Oh, right. Oh, okay. I think I've just got a little hint of what's happening. I think we're on a viaduct. Oh! This is really quite high up. We are really quite high up. Oh my God! Oh my God!
This 197-metre-long feat of engineering is the Wingatui Viaduct. It's the largest wrought iron structure in the southern hemisphere and spans the Maloki Gully a mere 47 metres below. And it is marvellous.
It's making me want to cry. It's so beautiful. It really is.
And as the landscape changes,
There's goats right up there. There's goats right up there.
it's not just the track that's impressive, but what they had to remove to get it here.
So this is what they call the notches, which is, as you can see behind me, where they've blasted and cut their way through the rocks to build the train track. Just enough space for the train to get through. This was a big rock that they carved their way through by hand. Oh, we're on another bridge. The rest of it's been quite frightening.
As we arrive at Pokerangi, this train-loving Calman has been offered an early Christmas present.
So I've been invited into the cab to meet the driver on the runaround, but the first obstacle is getting up these stairs. So let's see how we get on here. Get your leg up, Calman. And again. And again. Victory is mine! Hiya!
How we going?
And I'm in the safe hands of train driver Bradley.
And stop.
Hiya.
How's it going?
It's all right. Strangest first date I've ever had.
Did you say first date?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Bradley, tell me what you're doing just now. You've just...
We've just cut the locos off from the train.
Right.
So we're pulling down to this set of points up ahead here, which will swap us onto the loop track and
So we can go the other way.
go the other way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a long way for the reverse beeper and me sticking my head out the window,
Right.
so...
Reverse?
Point reverse coming. Sorry, that's probably quite loud.
No. Bradley, I'm in your safe hands. This
Of
has now
course.
turned into a romantic encounter, and I don't know why. I think it's because
Things are
of...
moving quickly in
they
this
are
cab.
moving quickly. But when you come to Scotland and stay with me for our second date...
Yep. And not on a train, I'm guessing. Oh,
No, well, listen, I could take you on a train. I'll take you on a ScotRail.
Roger.
Right, this is a serious bit. Don't interrupt Bradley now.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt Bradley.
And 1,
Just a little bit.
2 metres. 1 foot. Put it on,
And
stop
that
there,
says coupled.
Let us know when you cut it out. I'll
Literally.
put it through.
That's it.
Bradley, that was wonderfully done. You have coupled the train, and we are now a couple, Bradley.
Yep, that's right. Both things are coupled.
Albeit a couple where I'm about to leave again.
That's right. I'm going to have to boot you out. This has been
That's
a quick day.
Thank you, Bradley. I'll get out this way. Thank you very much.
Receiving
indeed.
Dave cut out.
Well, that was a fantastic first excursion in New Zealand, falling for both our train and its driver. And after all that excitement, I'm back on board, where I've been offered just a taste of what they do on this ship in the name of saving the planet. Because here, they're taking food that would normally be thrown away and turning it into what will hopefully be delicious cocktails.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
I'm moving with the movement of the ship there, so it looked like I was sprinting a little bit towards you.
And I'm joining fellow passengers Sandra and Connie to sample these intriguing treats.
Now, are you two friends?
Yes,
10 years. How did you meet?
on the Norwegian Pearl 10 years ago.
So you met on a cruise ship?
Yeah, she was picking up my husband. Well, not exactly.
Hang on a second. Is this the story we should be hearing about?
My husband and I were looking for a seat to
Yeah.
have lunch, and David was sitting there by himself. So I approached and said, "Oh, would you mind if I sit here?" And he said, "Oh, yes, you can." Very hesitant.
Yeah.
And he said, "But my wife is coming
I
back."
love that. You can sit here, but I'm married.
And I said, "Don't worry, because my husband's coming too."
Right, okay. So we're here for cocktails, right?
Yes, we are.
Bring it on.
Absolutely.
And taking us through this sustainable sipping journey is mixologist Judith.
It's all about being eco-friendly by fully utilizing surpluses, excess extracts from residues that we have on board but are not anymore presentable to the guests.
The first cocktail is made from old almond croissants, which seems like a waste of a good breakfast to me.
We will first start with the croissant Mai Tai, the almond croissant. We infuse overnight with rum. The following day, we simmer and we add some cardamom seeds.
Ooh. Well, it looks beautiful for a start.
Shall we toast before you
Yes,
sip?
of course.
Okay.
No, Sandra's already
All right,
drunk it.
let's raise
Sandra's
our
already drunk
glasses.
it.
How do you find it?
Delicious.
It's dangerous, Connie and Sandra, because that's like juice.
And they're a real revelation. Who knew leftover pastries would work in cocktails? The next waste ingredient is spent coffee grounds, which they've turned into a cordial.
So that's the stuff you make from the grind.
Yes, the syrup.
And it seems it's another breakfast leftover that's been put to good use.
Okay. After you take a sip right at the back on the taste buds, you can really taste the coffee, can't you?
And the third recycled breakfast ingredient is...
Next cocktail is something like classy.
Ah, yes. Yeah, there
Yes.
we are.
We're classy.
Come on. Right.
Sustainable ingredient, we have the flat champagne syrup.
Well, I do hear some people are fancy enough to have a champagne breakfast.
That looks beautiful.
Not me, though.
Oh, that goes down. That goes down way too easy.
Yes.
You might need a bigger glass.
It feels to me that's quite a strong cocktail.
Yes.
It's quite something to think that all of these cocktails have been made using ingredients that otherwise would have been thrown away. And the perfect end to a good continental brekkie is some fruit.
So we have the pineapple surplus with honey and turmeric powder.
Turmeric?
Yes.
Wow.
How do you find it?
That you could drink.
This is like a dessert.
Yes.
It's a dessert cocktail. It is, because it's
Yes.
the sweet.
And just because we all love a leaderboard, what was everybody's favourites?
Russell Mai Tai is a revelation. That is absolutely the winner, hands down.
Yeah.
Connie?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Sandra?
Yeah, I've got to say the same.
This could be my new double before I go to bed. Yeah,
Yes.
could be.
I wonder if they could recycle a full Scottish breakfast into a cocktail. Coming up, I swap my ship for a sheep farm and get paws on with a pup.
Shaking hands with a sheepdog, everything I wanted.
And join an excursion where I become the happiest of hobbits.
I think I found my people.
This is my cruise of a lifetime, and we're currently sailing round New Zealand's picture-perfect South Island. Having first arrived in Dunedin, we've travelled overnight to Littleton. We'll then continue north to the capital city of Wellington, followed by Napier, Taronga, and finally Auckland. The coastal town of Littleton is my gateway to the countryside, because one thing New Zealand is known for is sheep. As recently as 2022, the ratio of sheep to people here was 5 to 1. Using dogs to herd sheep is thought to have been introduced here in the mid-1800s. The cruise organises excursions which allow guests to experience working farms.
It's absolutely stunning.
So I'm joining Ross, his colleague Dan, and most importantly their sheepdogs at Manderley Farm, which Ross has owned for 50 years.
This is Mac, he's 14 months.
Hi, Mac.
He's a nice dog. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, Mac, hello, baby. Oh, thank you. Shaking hands with a sheepdog, everything I wanted. Hi, Mac. So that's Mac. You're
Great
beautiful. Dan, what a
Dan's got
pleasure to
lovely
meet you.
dogs.
You too.
Nice
Welcome.
to meet you, Dan.
Yeah.
And how did you get to know Ross?
Small community, neighbours,
Yeah.
and we're farming. It's a pretty small world over here.
And the thing is, these are working dogs, aren't they? They love what they do.
They love lots of work, been bred to work. We like energetic dogs, and that's what we've got. So we need lots of sheep work.
I would love to see how they work, if that's okay. I don't know what you need to do,
Yeah, I'll go
because
get
I'm not
Meg.
an expert.
And today, Ross will do a demo with his rescue dog, Meg.
A good shepherd with good dogs doesn't have to walk.
Right, okay.
I'll give the dog a running whistle, that will start her.
Right. And she's off. My goodness. They're fast, aren't they?
Right whistle. Right whistle.
Goodness me. Straight up the hill.
Left whistle.
All of the other dogs are dying to get involved. That's what you can hear behind me.
Right whistle. Run, run. She's coming up now. And behind that
Yeah, I
canoe
can
tree.
see her. I can see her. Incredible control of the dog, like minute little. The dog's just very casually kind of coming down. There's no aggression,
They're running
just
around.
casually. And the sheep are coming down just now.
Straighten up.
There they go. It's an amazing thing to watch. Because it's not just about the dog, it's about Ross's skill in positioning the dog in the right place, because the dog there is to the side rather than behind to herd them down.
We teach them not to chase sheep through the gateway.
Yes, because the dog's just stopped. And here are the sheep.
Because we've got 300 or 400 sheep. They obviously can't go through the gateway all at once. so the dog must let them go through the gate carefully.
That was pretty perfect.
That's their mission, bring them back to me.
And then they've done their job.
They've done their job.
Ross, thank you so much for showing me that. And thank you, Dan, as well. On my way out, I'm just going to say thanks to the dogs as well, if that's OK.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
care.
much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wag that tail. You're gorgeous. Wag that tail, gorgeous.
That was remarkable. And it's got me thinking I need to start training my cats to fetch things for me. So while I figure out how to do that, we're back on the coach. But after a 20-minute journey, we've stopped.
So something slightly unscheduled has happened because my lovely bus driver, Bronnie, has stopped the bus because there's something she wants to show me. Now, I don't really know what it is, but if there's one thing I've learned in life is when the bus driver tells you to do something, you do it.
And with good reason, because you get to see stunning sights like this that make me feel like I'm back in the Scottish Highlands, but also like I'm seeing something extraordinary for the first time.
Ronnie stopped the bus because she said there was something I just had to see. I take it it's that incredible view.
Yes, absolutely. And just looking down through into the harbour, Akaroa here, the entire area you can see is an old volcano. So ancient volcano, millions of years old. It is an extinct volcano now.
An extinct volcano?
So it used to be a huge mountain. The mountain itself blew apart, threw itself all over the South Island and formed this deep harbour that was filled with the seawater.
You make it sound very dramatic, and it's something which is astonishing when you've got a place that was born from volcanic activity. It exploded all over the South Island, that volcano.
Yes.
So there's remnants of it
everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
That's quite an astonishing thing, isn't it, when you think about it, the effect that had on the terrain here?
Yes, and back in those days there was a lot of activity. New Zealand being such a dynamic country, it's such a new country and it's growing so fast. Even now our mountains in the main Southern Alps ranges are the fastest growing mountains in the world, so they are incredible.
Did people live in that area?
Yeah, so this was an area that we had a very strong Māori community, but prior to the settlers coming to New Zealand, the area had a number of Māori villages.
Well, this was absolutely worth stopping for, so I'm going to take a wee moment with you to just appreciate it, if that's okay. Because it is one of the most stunning things I've ever seen.
Yes,
beautiful,
very beautiful. Lovely view from here.
Honestly, the only reason I'm even remotely tempted to get back on the bus is because I know there's plenty more to see. And back on the ship, my New Zealand adventure is a story of two halves, quite literally.
I've come out on deck just as the ship is departing. That's the pilot boat right there, because I wanted to say farewell to the South Island. My welcome in New Zealand has been incredible. It's a beautiful place with warm and friendly people, but that is only half the story, because the ship is now heading north to a whole other island. Goodbye, South Island, New Zealand, you're lovely!
After a full day of New Zealand excursions, I'm feeling a little peckish. And this ship has so many options, you can eat all sorts of food almost 24 hours a day.
One of the most important things, without question, on any cruise is food. What are you going to eat?
But today, I really fancy some proper comfort food. So I'm on the hunt. And my first stop is the cruise ship classic, the buffet.
Everything you can really need. There's soup, salad, hot food, cheeses, puddings, and it's the main stop for most people. And then over here, there's even an ice cream station and a pasta station.
And you can always get a side order of talking to fellow passengers.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm from England.
Oh yes, we're in England.
Rochdale,
Oh,
Manchester.
lovely. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the cruise so far?
Yeah, they got into it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a little bit of a guided tour of the food options.
Right.
Have you been in any of the specialty restaurants yet?
We went in La Cucina last night.
Oh, I've not done that one. Was it nice?
Yeah, really nice.
I've done the teppanyaki, which was good fun.
Right, we're doing the steakhouse next, I think.
Oh, are you?
And then the Mexican.
Oh, are you? Hello. It's lovely to meet you, then, darling. I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, thank
there you
you.
go. See, it's lovely to meet people at the buffet. You can always find someone to chat to.
And whilst there's plenty on offer, I've not quite found what I'm looking for. There are also specialty restaurants that cost a bit extra, but those are a bit too fancy for what I want today. So let's try another.
So this is Moderno, which is a little place that's included in the package. And as you can see, it's very busy at lunchtime. What I love about it is it serves pizza and soup. I mean, I've had a soup and a sandwich. Pizza and soup is not a combination I've heard of before, but you can come here at lunchtime and, as they say in America, grab a slice. That's spot on, by the way. You can grab a slice of pizza. That's Australian, it's all gone wrong. Anyway, pizza and soup, but there's more this way.
If I was after unusual combos, then my hunt would be over, but it's not comfort food. So will the sports bar hold the answer?
On this ship, the buffet stops serving dinner at 9:30 p.m. But do not panic about that because food is available. This is the sports bar, and you can get, and what a description, comfort food. Between 9:30 p.m. and 4:30 a.m., which is exactly when you want comfort food, isn't it? And I've seen the menu, and it's things like macaroni and cheese. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, you wake up, oh, I'm on holiday, where's the macaroni and cheese? It's in the sports bar. I mean, I may as well try it at some point, eh?
Wonderful. Now all I have to do is wait until 2 a.m. The perfect time for the perfect mac and cheese comfort food. After travelling overnight, we've reached the North Island and New Zealand's capital, Wellington. Built on steep hills that surround one of the Southern Hemisphere's largest deep water ports, it's a city with a dramatic landscape. No wonder it attracts over 150,000 cruise passenger visits every year.
I'm up with the sun because we've arrived in Wellington, which has the honour of being both the southernmost capital in the world and one of the windiest places in the world. But I'm here for something altogether more precious.
In the late 90s, Peter Jackson began production here in Wellington on his Lord of the Rings trilogy. So we're off on an excursion organised by the ship to Mount Victoria, home to some of the iconic film locations.
Let me ask you a question. Who's short, has hairy toes and enjoys a second breakfast? Answer, me! And hobbits, of course. Ever since I was younger and I read Lord of the Rings, I had a real affinity with those gorgeous, gorgeous creatures who were so brave and saved the day. And in fact, the whole of Lord of the Rings, I love it. The battles, the adventures, the friendship between them all. So when I knew I was coming to New Zealand, I kept saying, please let me do something with Lord of the Rings. Please let me do something with Lord of the Rings. Please let me do something with Lord of the Rings. And if there's one thing I've learned, is much like a hobbit, I'm a persistent creature. And here I am! Oh.
I'm here joining a tour in this atmospheric forest. Because Mount Victoria was used for many Middle-earth locations and some of the most famous scenes from the trilogy.
We are right here, so if you see the scene that's right here, that's where that nice little...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But this is where we... It was the grand spot.
Can I take a picture of that with the background behind?
Yeah, of course you can.
Fantastic.
Do you like it?
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, so just right here.
and then what tree is that in the back?
So, to give you guys kind of...
The guide is showing the still from the film to show people where we are, and the reaction from people is remarkable. Oh, we're here, we're here.
They put stunt actors up here, they put crash mats, they had a whole team ready to go, and they tumbled them down the hill several times until Peter Jackson goes, cut, perfect, move on to the next scene.
I'm very much the dimensions of a hobbit. They're very much my favourite. Short, hairy feet. Enjoy eating a lot of breakfast.
Exactly. And second breakfast.
And second breakfast, absolutely, yes. Yes, absolutely. Everyone loves a hobbit. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just a big feet kind of guy myself.
Perhaps the most famous scene filmed in these woods happened a short walk away.
So the hobbits are on their quest. They're being chased by the evil ones. Frodo senses it because he's got the ring, and he stands and he goes, "Get off the road." And then they tumble down and hide right here under a tree. To get here is absolutely, I can't even speak, I'm so excited. If I get to actually hide like a hobbit, I don't know what I'm going to do.
This is a pretty cool scene. This is kind of one of the first times that you feel that there's that impending doom coming down. There would have been fake greenery and stuff as well, so if you guys see all this, that would have all been fake to make it look really nice as well. No. But so then the other thing that we did here is they did what's called an Alfred Hitchcock zoom. Yeah. So he was very well known for making you feel like really uncomfortable, a little bit creepy. And so how he did that was with different cameras, doing different focal lengths, changing the lenses as they go as well. And this would have all been done on film.
Which leads our favourite hobbits to hide in the roots of a tree.
This is probably, honestly, like my favourite scene.
It's one of the best scenes.
Love this scene.
One of the best scenes. I think I found my people. Everyone loves it.
Coming up, I become lord of my very own ring.
Oh my God, they've got it. They've got the ring.
And try to impress an American cruising pal.
I packed my car in Harvard Yard.
That sounds a little New Zealand.
Okay, right. I'm in Wellington on a tour of some stunning locations from the Lord of the Rings films. And when you're a Hobbit-sized presenter, a massive Lord of the Rings fan, and you have a camera crew at your disposal, there's really only one thing to do. And that is to recreate an iconic scene from the movies. Oh, and we'll be using the rest of the tour group as extras to play the terrifying Nazgul. But they're all lovely people, really.
I think we should get off the road. Get off the road! Quick!
Sorry about that. Oh, there we are. Oh, I live in a dream world sometimes. Oh, there we go. A little bit of mud on the old shorts. Oh, right then.
Now, if I had the one ring, I could disappear. But since I don't, I'll rely on some edit trickery. And just in case I hadn't gone full Lord of the Rings fangirl, there's an official gift shop here from Weta, the people behind the special effects of the trilogy.
I love a gift shop, but this is more than a gift shop because this lovely place has some of the costumes from the films of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, which I just love because you can stand next to them and it's like you're in the film, kind of, almost nearly.
And my fellow passengers and I are here for a spot of retail therapy.
I actually have quite a lot of friends who are big nerds, so I'm going to get a few things for them as well. Yeah. Right, okay, so T-shirt, great. Oh, Butterfly of the Shire oven mitt set. Hobbit tea towels. Gotta have Hobbit tea towels. Oh my God, they've got it. They've got the ring. One ring to rule them all. I have to get that for my better half. In the film, when you put the ring on, it's really heavy and it makes you feel quite unwell and quite like, whoa. And sometimes when
I go to the gym, I take my wedding ring off and I go, oh, that feels better. So I have to buy my bed to have one of them.
And with all my preciouses paid for, there's just enough time to share some Middle-earth magic with my cruising pals.
We've just bumped into each other in the gift shop. I've spent too much money.
I can't blame me for that,
Where
child.
are you from? You've got the most beautiful accent.
Thank you. I'm from Massachusetts. Right by Boston.
No, I went to Boston and they taught me how to have a Boston accent. I packed my car and haven't yet.
That sounds a little New Zealand.
Okay, right, I'm so sorry. How are you enjoying New Zealand so far?
I am enjoying the whole trip. The tours have been...
They've been
every single time. They've been wonderful. Yeah. I have a grandson that's into movie making and production and everything. Yeah. And he's going to flip for the T-shirt we're buying.
Yeah. I bought our Lord of the Rings.
Well, I'm going to get over there and look. I'm going to get right over there and look and maybe see what else they have.
Lovely speaking to you. Thank you very much indeed. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Good.
How are you enjoying the Lord of the Rings experience?
Oh, we love it.
Yeah?
Love it. We're big fans.
Did you read the books when you were younger, or was it the films?
My husband reads the books. I really like the movies because, it brings it to life.
Absolutely. And gift shop-wise, fridge magnets?
Definitely had to get the Eye
of Sauron, absolutely.
And the Crimson Pen.
I hope you buy something else. Nice to meet you.
Well, this has been an incredible first leg to my New Zealand trip. And while my fellow passengers finish shopping, I'm stepping outside to take in a rather special view.
I'm at the lookout at Mount Victoria and it gives this awesome 360-degree view over Wellington and the surrounding area. And it's a great place to just stop for a second and have a think. Because to be frank with you, I'm a little bit confused by New Zealand. I'll tell you why. When I told people I was coming here, they said straight away, you'll recognise it, Susan. It'll feel like home because it's just like Scotland, it's just like the UK. And when I first got off the ship, I have to agree, I thought, yeah, I recognise this. This is no problem at all. But as I've travelled through the country, I've become utterly discombobulated by everything. I mean, for a start, look over there, the volcanic mountains, these incredible bays, but we've got flora and fauna, the settlers block, so I recognise it. That's gorse. We've got gorse back home, I recognise gorse, but the rest of it is just so utterly confusing. If you said to me, what is New Zealand, Susan, I wouldn't have an answer for you, but it's okay, because the cruise continues.
And I can't wait for the second leg. Next time, New Zealand's North Island is full of surprises.
This'll do nicely.
I finally get up close to the pilot.
Sleeping with a rock star.
I get access all areas on board.
I'll just take one to check it's also okay, this one.
And New Zealand's landscape continues to blow me away.
This is the planet itself going, here you go, have some of that then.